Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Donal Flynn from Manchester Business School in the UK.
I am Youngqin. I work for Shell.
And Donald, tell me, give me a summary of this presentation the two of you worked on about legitimizing IS project.
Yeah, sure. Basically, the story is about when you're trying to introduce an information system into an organization. That basically usually is about changing that organization, and a lot of people may not like the change which is involved. So in order to get them to accept that change, they have to regard the system, as we call it, as legitimate. They have to support that system and agree to go with whatever organizational implications there are. So we've been looking at the process by which you actually seek legitimation from the organizational members. And we've found out there's three types. There's gaining, maintaining, and repairing. And we basically show how all these dynamic activities take place in a case study over a period of time.
So let's go to the actual results. What did you notice is sort of the techniques that get the best legitimization?
Well, from our point of view, there's a gap between the IS team and the stakeholder side. What the IS team can deliver must match what's in the mind of the stakeholders. And we conceptualize the legitimation gap, where the key task for IS team is to close the gap and try to deliver what the stakeholder is wanted. And another side of the coin is that rather than changing the IS to meeting needs, we can also more proactively to influence how people perceive the system and how they think of it. So that would be our key concept of legitimation gap. And we do have a number of recommendations for legitimation strategy to close that gap.
So, Donald, can you tell me what's the strategy to close that gap?
Okay, well, there's a set of strategies, but they all revolve around taking up one of two positions. You need to first of all work out whether you're going to change your IT system to suit the needs of all your different stakeholders, or whether you're going to change your stakeholders to suit the needs of your IT system. So you've got to make an analysis quite early on as to which one of those two you're going to start off with. But you've got to be ready to change your tactic, because if you find that one, you can't change the system, or two, you can't change the stakeholders, then you've got to be ready to respond to that, and you've got to move to the other strategy. That's basically what we found in our case study. In our case study in the Chinese university, they started off by trying to change the stakeholders' minds, and then when they found they couldn't, they had to try to change their system to suit the stakeholders.
And any other sort of advice that you can give to, I guess, IT teams who are essentially trying to sell in a project, correct? I mean, that's really what it is. You're trying to sell it in, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah. In terms of the choice of strategies, we think the IT team should carefully assess their controllability of the element in their territory, by which I mean the IS itself, the project delivery and the organization, as well as the organization structure surrounding the IS. How much they can control, how much they can manipulate their element. Also, they should have a clear idea of what kind of stakeholder they're dealing with, their personality, their likes and dislikes, and the history and the history of the stakeholder in the organization, the power, the status. By carefully assessing that, we recommend IT teams to make a choice riskfully, and so that they can choose the appropriate approach to achieve legitimation.